Welcome, teachers, to Finding Common Core Resources with myoer.org. Today, I'm going to focus on a wonderful resource for you to use that will help meet those Common Core state standards. It is called myoer.org. So first things first, go to the web address myoer.org. It will bring you to the home page of myoer.org. Now, here you can choose to create an account for free, or you do not have to. It's completely your choice. If you do create an account, you can find lessons and put them in your locker to save them. So for this video, I am not going to log in, but here is the login area where you would do that. Let's take a closer look at the home page of myoer.org. A little background first about it. MyOER stands for My Open Education Resources. This website contains resources that were curated by teachers for the South Dakota Department of Education and the TIE office so that teachers like yourself could benefit from using them. By curating these resources, we can gather the best of the best resources on the web, instead of creating them by scratch. These lessons were scored against a rubric. Now back to the website. There are 4 tabs below the picture on the home page. Home, which takes you back to the current page that we are on. Search. By hovering over this area, you can see that there are 4 ways to search. Search by standard, browse subjects, search across standards, and advanced search. The next tab, notice that 3 of those are also next to the flashing pictures located here. Search by standard, browse subjects, or advanced search. And the third tab is tools. In this tab we have blueprints, curation rubrics, instructional focus codes, lesson plan builder, Oseti-Sakowin understandings and standards, resource locker, and Thinkfinity community. And finally, the last tab is contact. Now, say I am looking for a specific standard and I need some ideas or resources for that standard. Here's what you do. You click on the search by standard. Notice that there are 4 areas that come up. AASL standards for the 21st century learner. Common Core state standards for English language arts and literacy in history, social studies, science, and technical subjects. Common Core state standards for mathematics. Oseti-Sakowin essential understandings and standards. Today, let's choose Common Core state standards for mathematics. This will bring up every standard. So if you want to be more specific to your grade level, click over here in this dark blue section. For your grade level, you will see then that it only shows the standards for your grade level. The first one is always the mathematical practice standards. For this demonstration, I'm going to click on the kindergarten standards. I need a lesson on measurement for the kindergarten level, so I will click on the 5th one down, K through 5 measurement and data. Here are the 2 strands. Describe and compare measurable attributes, classify objects and count the number of objects in each category. I am just beginning, so I click the first one. Then you will see the anchor standards. Now notice at the end of each of these standards, there is a number in parentheses next to a computer. That tells you how many lessons are available for that standard. So this first one, KMD1, has 30. And KMD2 has 28. Again, we will do KMD1, Describe measurable attributes of objects such as length or weight. Describe several measurable attributes of a single object. Click on the computer next to the standard. This will bring a pop-up in the middle of your screen of the 30 lessons available for that standard, in this case KMD1. At the top of this pop-up, it has filter by type. Here you can be more specific: all, assessment, lesson plan, online interactive, or video. I just want an so say if you just wanted an assessment, then you would click on that one. I usually like to search through all. The resources are listed in an alphabetical order. The resource title is underlined. Then a short explanation of the resource is given. Below the explanation lists the source, only if it is an Illuminations activity or from Verizon ThinkFinity. Finally, at the bottom of the resource is more details. Add to locker, which you can only do if you are logged in. Share. You could email it to yourself if you have Gmail. Report a broken link. And comments, for if you want to comment on the lesson. Also, over to the side is a thumbs up or thumbs down of what you think about the lesson. Scrolling down, I find Hunting for a Measured Treasure. The explanation looks right up my alley, with shorter and taller, so I will click on this one. Now, if I click on the underlined title link like I just did, it will automatically take me to a disclaimer page. If you click on that, it will take me to the resource. And then you can go directly to the resource. As you can see, here is the resource from Utah Education Network. Here is the lesson, Hunting for a Measured Treasure, with the summary, the materials needed, additional resources, references, and attachments. This lesson happens to have background for teachers, intended learning outcomes, instructional procedures, and then center ideas. Extensions, family connections, and then an assessment plan. So what a great resource. Now, we're going to go back to myoer.org. As you can see, it just clicked open another tab. So we're going to go back to myoer.org, and here is my list of 30 resources that were found. But this time I'm going to click on More Details. If you click on More Details, this will take you to a page that does what it says, give you more details. Here at the top is your title, Hunting for Measured Treasure, the URL that we were just at, and then a description. Now this is what the teacher that curated this resource found, and the information that they provided about this resource to help you out. The partner was Utah Education Network. Here are the classifications, who can use the resource, what type of resource it is, the grade level, the keywords that match this resource. This particular one right here is the instructional focus code. Then it lists the standards that this resource meets. Finally, the last thing I want you to look at is this is the curation rubric score that was assigned to it with a score of 3. Remember, each of the lessons have been rubriced by a teacher just like you. So if I was logged in, I could add this one to my locker. Or I could even email it to myself. That's all for today. Play around with it. You will find some great resources to meet the Common Core standards in your grade level.